Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a thrilling story straight from the world of professional tennis. And if you're a sports fan, trust me, you're gonna love this one. Imagine the intensity of an international tournament, the spotlight shining on rising stars, and the unexpected twists that only the ATP Tour can deliver. This week, the spotlight is firmly on Lorenzo Musetti, the top seed at the Chengdu Open in China. Musetti has been building an incredible reputation on the circuit, not just for his powerful shot-making, but also for his composure under pressure. And now, after a commanding semi-final victory, he's ready to fight for what could be the third ATP Tour title of his career. But here's the twist. It won't be easy. Standing across the net will be Alejandro Tabilo, a Chilean qualifier who has fought his way through the draw with grit and determination, knocking out higher-ranked players and proving that no seed is safe when he's on the court. Let's talk about Musetti's semi-final performance, because it wasn't just a win, it was domination. He went up against Kazakhstan's Alexander Shevchenko, a player known for his resilience and ability to stretch rallies. But Musetti made it look almost routine. The Italian cruised through with a 6-3, 6-1 victory, leaving fans and analysts impressed with his precision. What really stood out was his serve. Musetti won a staggering 92% of the points on his first serve. That's 24 out of 26. And what's even more impressive, he didn't face a single breakpoint throughout the entire match. That kind of serving efficiency is what separates good players from champions, because it puts relentless pressure on opponents and allows him to dictate the tempo of play. Watching Musetti in this form, you can't help but think that he's not just chasing his third title, but also signaling to the rest of the tour that he's ready to become a consistent force at the top level. And that's why we're covering it here on the channel, because these are the moments that define seasons and sometimes entire careers. Whether you're a hardcore tennis fan who follows every ATP event or a casual sports enthusiast who just loves a good underdog story, this week's finals in China are must-watch events. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and get ready to witness the drama unfold. Because no matter who lifts the trophy, history will remember these matches as stepping stones in the journey of rising stars, breakthrough talents, and established pros, reminding us why they belong at the top. Stay tuned, because we'll be bringing you all the updates, reactions, and insights you need as this exciting week in tennis reaches its climax. Now let's shift gears to Alejandro Tabilo, because his journey to the final is equally inspiring, if not more so. Tabilo came into the tournament as a qualifier, which means he had to fight his way through the preliminary rounds just to earn a spot in the main draw. That already takes a lot of resilience, but he didn't stop there. In the semifinals, he faced Brandon Nakashima, the number 4 seed and one of the brightest young American talents. Many expected Nakashima to use his experience and composure to get through, but Tabilo had other ideas. He took the first set 6-4, and then when he trailed 6-5 in the second, he showed incredible nerve to level the score and then absolutely dominate the tiebreak, winning it 7-0. Think about that for a second. Shutting out a top seed in a tiebreaker on this stage shows not only confidence, but also mental toughness that's rare for someone outside the top seeds. He blasted 11 aces in the match, and like Musetti, didn't face a single break point. What's fascinating about this matchup is the contrast in their career trajectories. Musetti is only 22 years old, but he's already established himself as one of the most exciting prospects from Italy. With 2 titles already under his belt, he's part of that next generation of players looking to step into the void that legends like Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic will eventually leave behind. On the other hand, Alejandro Tabilo is 27, a little older, and still carving out his path on the ATP Tour. For him, this final is not just about a trophy. It's about making a statement, proving that perseverance pays off, and showing the tennis world that he belongs among the elite. This is where sports become about more than just numbers. It becomes about dreams, opportunities, and seizing the moment when it arrives. Fans love underdog stories, and Tabilo's run has the potential to be one of those feel-good moments that make the ATP Tour so exciting to follow. But that's not the only headline in men's tennis this week. Over in Hangzhou, another big story is unfolding with Alexander Bublik, the number 3 seed, who delivered an absolutely stunning performance in the semifinals. He faced Wu Yibing, the local favorite and a player carrying the hopes of Chinese fans. But Bublik was ice-cold on the court. He hammered down 19 aces and cruised to a 6-3, 6-3 victory in just 61 minutes. For anyone who's followed Bublik's career, this isn't entirely surprising. He's known for his flair, his unpredictability, and his powerful serve. But what makes this win particularly noteworthy is the company he's joined. By reaching this final, Bublik has now made finals on all 3 surfaces this season: clay, grass, and hard court, something only Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner, and Alexander Zverev have managed in 2023. That's elite company. And it shows just how versatile and dangerous he can be across conditions. Bublik's journey this season is a reminder of how important adaptability is in tennis. It's one thing to dominate on your preferred surface, but being able to adjust your game to different conditions is what separates the good from the great. With wins on clay in Gstaad and Kitzbühel, and a big grass court title in Halle, Bublik has already proven he can adapt. Now, in Hangzhou, he's got the chance to add a hard court trophy to his collection, and that would make his 2023 campaign one of the most well-rounded on tour. His semifinal match was a masterclass. 28 winners, only 6 unforced errors, and complete control from start to finish. It was the kind of performance that sends a message, not just to his opponent in the final, but to the entire tour. Underestimate Bublik at your own risk. His opponent in the final will be Valentin Royer, a French qualifier who, like Tabilo in Chengdu, is proving that rankings don't always tell the whole story. Royer pulled off a stunning upset by defeating his countryman Corentin Moutet, the 4th seed, in straight sets, 6-3, 6-2. What makes this victory even more impressive is how efficient he was. Royer saved both break points he faced and kept his composure throughout, showcasing the kind of poise you don't always see from players making their first big breakthrough. This is his first tour-level final, and that in itself is a milestone. But the way he's been playing suggests he's not just happy to be here, he's ready to compete. Going up against a player like Bublik, with all his experience and unpredictability, will be a challenge. But the beauty of tennis is that momentum and confidence can sometimes carry you farther than anyone expects. So here we are, with 2 finals set up in China that perfectly capture the beauty of this sport. On one side, you've got Musetti versus Tabilo, a clash between a rising star and a relentless qualifier. On the other, Bublik versus Royer, a battle between an established name with a flair for the dramatic and a newcomer looking to shock the tennis world. These finals aren't just matches, they're stories. Stories of perseverance, talent, and opportunity. They remind us why we love sports in the first place, because they offer unscripted drama, moments of brilliance, and the chance for underdogs to shine on the biggest stages. Whether you're rooting for the top seeds or the qualifiers, both finals promise to deliver the kind of excitement that keeps fans glued to their screens. If we zoom out a little, it's clear that the ATP Tour is in a fascinating transitional phase. With legends like Nadal and Djokovic nearing the twilight of their careers, the spotlight is shifting to this younger generation and hungry outsiders. Players like Musetti, Sinner, and Alcaraz are the torchbearers for the future, while qualifiers like Tabilo and Royer show that the depth in men's tennis is stronger than ever. It's no longer just about the top 10 players. Anyone can break through with the right mix of form, confidence, and determination. And that unpredictability is exactly what fans crave. The Chengdu and Hangzhou finals are proof that the ATP Tour isn't just surviving in this new era. It's thriving, offering fresh narratives, and keeping the sport as global and exciting as ever. So as the Chengdu and Hangzhou finals get underway, all eyes will be on how these storylines unfold. Will Musetti's top seed status hold up against the relentless drive of Tabilo? Will Bublik's experience and all-surface versatility overwhelm Royer's Cinderella run? Or will we witness one of the biggest breakthroughs of the season? Either way, these matches are bound to deliver because they feature everything we love about tennis: power, precision, resilience, and unpredictability. The kind of matches where every serve, every rally, and every point feels like it could shift the momentum entirely.